It's one of them days which is best summed up by this popular saying: better to set off in hope than not at all. So fingers crossed. Well, the first thing I hoped for seems to be happening, and that is it appears to have stopped raining, which is a blessed relief, because that's all it seems to have done for the last 2 weeks. Anywho, onwards and upwards. Unfortunately, my hopes have been dashed because it's raining again, and by the looks of it, I'm not going to be far away from heading into the mists, which takes me on to the next thing I'm hoping for, which is for these mists to clear, because whilst it's wet and dreary right now in the Scottish Highlands here in Glencoe, it is meant to improve. So I'm hoping that it will stop raining, and I'm hoping it will clear. One last hope is I've got enough light before I get to my planned camp. Right, just about up to the top of the Devil's Staircase now, and that's taken me 45 minutes. That's not too bad. There's snow on Bain Crulace, and when I left Arica I looked at the hills around there and there was snow at approximately 2,000 feet, so I'm not going to be far off it. But I head up here now to, I think it's Bernavanac, and gather a little bit of water up on the way up and make a decision whether to camp there or go on to the next hill, which is where I want to be. 4:30. Ooh, I've probably got, I know in this clag, 20 minutes left of light and probably 20 minutes of climbing or something like that. I can pitch around here, I've done it before, but my goal is that, so I'm going to try go for it. But I'm running out of gas, I've got to say. It's taken me an hour and 10 minutes to get here, which is good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plod across here now and then up onto that ridge and pitch this tent. Okay, I'm up. It's just after 5, probably about 5:10. I'm in the clag and it's still snowing a little bit, so I don't 100% know exactly where I'm camping. But I found myself in a dip. I don't know how many stones are underground. It is a lumpy hill, but I'm going to give it a go, get the tent up, and we'll pick this up when we're safe and sound and snug inside. Back soon. Oh, right, the tent is up. It is 20 to 6, and there's a fair bit of snow kicking about, but I'm fine. So I kind of hoped I'd get up here and it won't be raining. Well, it ain't, it's snowing. I hoped it was going to clear, and it don't look like it is going to clear, but fingers crossed for the morning, because if there's snow at this height, then there's going to be snow all on the peaks around us, and if it's clear in the morning, it will look absolutely beautiful. I'm in my bag now. I'm just going to get it warmed up. I've changed and got into some dry stuff, so it's not the best pitch, but I'm in. I've got the tent pegged down, but I haven't put any guy lines down, so I'm just going to make sure I get warmed up, have a drink and a little bit of a snack, and then I'll just put a couple of guy lines out just for insurance's sake. Right, welcome to camp. I am struggling to get warm. So I'm going to have my tea, and for tonight's, yes, not a drop of rice in sight. Tonight I got chicken madras and a little bit of smoked sausage just to give it a little bit of extra. It were kicking around in the fridge, it won't do it now. And some wraps, which are going to be my chapatis. And I think once I get this inside me, everything is going to be absolutely perfect in the world. Mm-mm. Mm. 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 It wasn't chicken madras, it was beef madras, and it was absolutely splendiferous. Crikey, it's a bit grim out there. To say we're meant to be clear, well, that's what happens to your hopes, doesn't it? Right, I'm in. I am in. There's a really good chance that that beef madras tin is going to be repurposed this evening, if you know what I mean. Okay, so all that's the guy lines all pegged out now, quite relaxed. I've closed everything in now. I'm going to get myself all nice and snuggly and warm in here. And for tonight's delectation, I've got Moffat's Mountain Adventures, and he's heading up with a couple of friends to Scotland's most notorious hill, ? I'll be judge of that. See you soon. Goodbye for the noon. Oh. Morning. Can you see me okay? It's 7:15. I've just been outside to pop a camera out for the dawn. Let me turn that off. Oh, it was better with it on. I'll put it back on. Sorry. Bear with me, caller. There we go. I've just been outside. I've just been outside to pop a camera out, and it's bitter outside. It's -4, which again surprised me, and there's wind as well, so it's not one for messing about with. And I've just been back in my bag just to get back warmed up, and I'm alright now. There's a lot of condensation in the tent, and that's formed to ice, and obviously there's ice and snow around the tent, which I'll show you. But it wasn't such a bad night. It was alright. I was warm enough. There's a little tiny bit of coldness coming up through the pad, which I need to keep an eye on. These are, I think they're 4.5 R rating, something like that. It's not massive, and it was cold and wet when I got up here was the ground, so to be expected. But I'm going to have a coffee, and then we'll take a look around. Oh, it's cold outside. I've got some hot water going now for a cup of coffee, and well, I'll think about slowly packing up. I'll show you around in a minute. I'm just going to get a below on. Once I get a below on, we'll step outside. So last night when I got here, I had no idea really where I was pitching, and I meant to pitch other side of this little hill here, so I walked a little bit too far in the snow and mist, but it was okay. There's a tiny little bit of protection, which is okay, but it's beautiful this morning. The peaks are fabulous. Only problem is it took me about 20 minutes to boil my water and only 5 minutes to drink my coffee. That's not good, is it? I've got my water in my sleeping bag. But yeah, beautiful over Glencoe. Cold. Mist rolled in now. I don't know what it's going to do, whether it's actually going to come and go, but it's a bit thicker down Glencoe and less so up towards Nevis and the Moors. I don't think there's much chance my tent's going to dry out. It's moving, it's trying to clear. It is clearing, look. How beautiful is that this morning? Well, after all that last night and the hopes being dashed, this is worth it, isn't it? Very beautiful. So I think all that's left is to try and get as much ice off this as possible and get it packed away. It performed well, as you would expect. A lot of condensation in, but I didn't vent it last night because I wanted to try and keep warm, and that's kind of froze overnight both inside and out, but that's fine. It's about being comfortable, isn't it? But there you go. Perfect. All packed away now. And well, the mountains keep coming and going. Very, very beautiful. A couple of guys just came running past me. Proper, like, fell runners. The last thing I expected to see were a couple of chaps. Anyway, there you go. But as you can see, it's absolutely incredible. Fantastic. Again, the sun right up now over Glencoe and over Rannoch Moor, looking beautiful. All the way down to the Three Sisters down there and beyond. Beautiful. Right, I'm not going to stand around too long. My feet are a bit chilly. I'm going to get this bag shouldered. I do have my spikes with me, my small spikes, and I'll just see what it's like going down this hill down to Rannoch, and I should be alright, but I've gone with me. Right, let's set off, leave this beautiful place. Okay, I'm back to these rocks where I was last night, and well, that's where I camped last night, just up there. So that's where I've just come down from, and you can see go down a bit. I'm just trying to go a bit slowly because I'm starting to get too hot, and it's kind of in between, you know, where you're getting warm and but if you take a layer off you'll be too cold. Anyway, I'm about just trying to keep out of the wind. I'm up above the Devil's Staircase now, so I should be able to see it in a second or two. Oh. That wind's cold. Oh. Bracing. Anyway, no accidents so far, so good. So all's good there. And I didn't need my micro spikes going down the hill. If anything, when I got down onto the plateau, that was the challenging bit because it was covered in ice. Anyway, I need to find my path. I've lost my path. And we'll pick this up when we get onto the Devil's Staircase. And well, probably wrap it up there. Well, I'm down to the Devil's Staircase now and officially heading down into hell. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? I mean, I was climbing up out of hell last night with all the bloody rubbish that's going on in the world. So how can you be climbing up the Devil's Staircase? Maybe I was climbing up to heaven. It felt like heaven this morning, didn't it? Anyway, that was precarious with that. That was like proper ice all the way down there. A couple of nearly whoopsies. Close. Anyway, down without too much problems now, and I think the rest of Devil's Staircase should be okay. So, like I said, we set off out in hope rather than just sitting at home. And okay, we didn't get a light show because there wasn't a light show, and it was snowing, and it wasn't meant to be snowing. But I was warm enough, I was snuggly enough, I had a good night's sleep. It was very cold at dawn this morning, and the scenes were beautiful, weren't they? And I hope they come across in this video. Please let me know if you enjoyed it. If you did watch it this far, you know what you need to do. You give yourself a pat on the back. As for me, well, if I can have a thumbs up, I'll be a very, very happy outdoorsy person. See you on the next one. Thank you. Goodbye for the now.